What pops up in our head when we think of Dubai? Luxury, desert, and futuristic. But now it is notable weather phenomena like rain, floods, and storms that have been taking over our minds, especially of people living in Dubai, due to the very severe changes in weather patterns. The climate has not been stable at all. A region where the mercury levels used to rise beyond 50 degrees, thus resulting in heat strokes, is now recording summer rainfall. Indeed, this is a worrying trend that has kept everyone in Dubai wondering now and then. Dubai recently experienced its heaviest storm in 75 years. What had been a rather empty dry land was made to appear like a vast ocean under 10 hours only after the storm began. A total disorder was experienced as a result of excessive rains, leading to disastrous floods in various places. For the first time ever, recorded precipitation level reached 142 mm during 24 hours, surpassing average yearly rainfall levels for UAE cities. This amount is equivalent to 5 months of non-stop rain in London. The storm hit the United Arab Emirates and Oman and led to flooding of roads, houses, and highways, locking up of traffic, and making people held up in their houses. The severe flood in Oman claimed the lives of at least about 20 individuals, while another one also perished in the UAE due to floods that caused the closure of government offices and schools for several days. The hurricane first made landfall in Oman on Sunday, then struck UAE on Tuesday, April 16th, shutting down electricity supply, leading to massive havoc in flight schedules because terminals were submerged. The precipitation was an event of historical significance, beyond what has been recorded by records since 1949, when such data was first collected, even before UAE's creation in 1971. Rain is very scarce in the United Arab Emirates UAE because it is located on the Arabian Peninsula, an arid area. Nevertheless, rains may fall in this locality occasionally during colder days of winter. Hardly had the rains begun to pour down in torrents, then it was realized that air travel would be disrupted when several flights succeeded by retraction or delay. The officials from the airport established that Tuesday afternoon saw them stop their work, and just temporarily in 25-minute periods. The rains had subsided by late Tuesday. All the same disruptions continued till Wednesday. Houses were filled with water, while cars were left on roads around Dubai. The Dubai Mall and Mall of the Emirates malls were underwater too. Furthermore, trucks had been sent out to pump out excess rainwater from Dubai streets, as well as highways. With a total of 254 mm of rain in 24 hours, Al Ain received a record downpour, which is almost 130 km away from Dubai. Conversely, Fujairah on the UAE's east coast experienced 145 mm rainfall on Tuesday. On the same day, schools did not open countrywide in the UAE. Dubai's government also extended full-time working from home arrangement for its staff up to Wednesday. Such a large quantity of water that fell to Dubai and UAE as a whole over a short period caught them unawares, because they had never expected anything like it before. At that time, it emerged that the drainage facilities were not enough to contain all that volume. On the other hand, it was noted that the underground parking lots were covered by water while at the same time flowing onto main roads, crossways, and into houses. After the hurricane hit land, tankers were brought in to assist in removing water from the streets. However, there were some regions where you could find standing pools of water even on local soccer grounds, at community ponds, or in some developed areas for several days. This effect continues to be felt across the region. By the evening of April 18th, there were no products on the shelves in several stores around town. Schools had to remain closed for at least 4 days, while public officers were encouraged to stay home if possible. By Monday afternoon on 19th April, Dubai International Airport had given a go-ahead for outgoing flights, though it was only allowing limited planes to land in the next 2 days. According to a U.S. expert on climate change adaptation at Columbia University, all Dubai can do is prepare for what is likely to happen. She said, "Forecasts of the future climate are based on the weather that has been experienced in the past, and this makes it extremely difficult for many states to cope with new climate challenges because they have never faced them before. Cities in arid regions may be especially ill-prepared for heavy rain events, because buildings, landscapes, and infrastructure have not been designed with drainage capacity as a primary concern," said Zachary Lamb, an assistant professor in the Department of City and Regional Planning at the University of California at Berkeley in the U.S. Climate change is unsettling long-held assumptions about landscape and climate conditions that have informed the design and planning of buildings and cities for generations. The flash floods caused by the day's torrential downpours drowned thoroughfares and streets near residential areas. Hundreds of drivers were forced to leave their cars along highways due to increased water levels. In one day, the UAE experienced its highest one-day rainfall, exceeding even the annual average for other states in the region. Flash floods hit streets located all around houses in the area during heavy rains, which were accompanied by inexorable windstorms and thunderstorms. Dubai is known for its futuristic skyline, extravagant shopping malls, and lavish lifestyle as the crown jewel of the United Arab Emirates. Located on the southern coast of Arabia's Sea with a coastline that runs along its shores, this city has a traditional and modern blend that has made it into a bustling metropolitan area, attracting millions annually. Dubai has a climate that is the hottest and driest among other cities, and it's known for its extreme heat and lack of rain. It has also been categorized as a desert area having low levels of moisture, scorching summers, and warm winters. This area is known as a desert climate having little rain, vast temperatures, and scanty humidity almost all year round. From May until September, many areas of Dubai have hot weather with temperatures up to 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit in general, especially during those long summer days. The intense heat in the city is made worse by urbanization, which leaves enormous extents of concrete and glass absorbing and radiating heat, therefore causing what is usually termed as urban heat island effect. Due to this phenomenon, temperatures in the city are further increased compared to rural areas nearby. The more developed cities like Dubai experience higher temperatures than surrounding countryside areas because these buildings are constantly continuous sources of heat engine gas emissions whose coefficient is A. In summer, people who live in or come to visit Dubai usually change their daily program to avoid hours when the sun is the hottest. During the daytime, they stay indoors and go to open places in the evening hours when the heat is less intense. Many individuals opt for desert safaris or an evening cruise on Dubai Creek for pleasure rather than experiencing unbearable sun heat, but need to see beautiful sights as well. Temperatures are high and the humidity levels are low in the beautiful position, which is very conducive to this kind of activity. Sometimes the air may become dry and oppressive, especially when it is at its warmest point in summer, such that we feel uncomfortable outdoors unless in air-conditioned spots or at home where there is shade provided by cool verandas. At daytime, outdoor pursuits are only possible when there is less heat coming into contact with us, while birds even seek shelter in trees or any other object offering protection from scorching sunlight. Unlike summer in Dubai, winter possesses a different experience from November to March, with moderate weather conditions of between 20 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius, or 68 degrees Fahrenheit to 86 degrees Fahrenheit experienced during daytime. These are the months when tourists come the most. They visit Dubai to run away from the cold conditions in their countries of origin. The weather is favorable for visiting outdoor attractions like the famous Burj Khalifa, among others, including Dubai Marina and Palm Jumeirah. Even with the gentle winters, Dubai continues to hold on to its desert attributes. Sandstorms can be experienced once in a while. In this city, anyone can attest that the effects of such phenomena are immense, especially if they relate to air pollution, as they lower visibility levels, making it difficult for people to engage in any form of outdoor activities. But bear in mind that these calamities don't last long because Dubai has enough developed infrastructure which makes sure nothing serious or major happens along the way. It only rains in Dubai very few times a year because rainfall is quite low compared to other cities due to its desert climate, which does not have much humidity to form raindrops in clouds. Normally, Dubai gets under 100 mm yearly, and most times it happens unpredictably in winters when there would be many days without any drops either way. Whenever rain falls, it is usually short but very heavy. It produces what are known as cloud bursts. The city's drainage systems cannot accommodate all this, hence resulting in localized flooding, where they cause temporary disruptions to transport and infrastructure. In order to ensure that the limited water resources are used sustainably, Dubai has invested in modern water management technologies, even though there is little rain. The city depends on desalination plants to purify seawater for drinking purposes and other uses. Though facing problems due to the high temperatures and fewer amounts of water, Dubai has been a source of innovations and adaptation that have enabled the city to steer the world on sustainable buildings, renewable electric power, and efficient use of water. Through deliberate planning and embracing technology, Dubai thrives in its desert surroundings with unmatched luxurious living that also attests to how tough it is. However, Dubai's weather has a great impact on the lifestyle and tourism trends seen within it. Regardless of the season experienced by the tourists visiting the city, Dubai offers a combination of indulgence, richness, culture, and excitement that is nowhere else on this planet. Dubai is a city of air conditioning. It's nearly impossible to find any enclosed space, whether at home, office, mall, or public transport, devoid of air conditioning units. This helps people protect themselves from the heating sun and still be comfortable within walls. Whenever temperatures are highest during the middle of the day, people prefer spending their time indoors and often ignoring shopping malls, which offer various amusements, as well as restaurants and movie theaters, to avoid hot weather. Furthermore, indoor sports facilities, museums, as well as galleries act as good getaways for recreational activities by residents because they have cool conditions. A modified daily schedule is preferred by many people in Dubai to steer clear of the hottest period of the day. Typically, most outdoor activities are scheduled for either late evening or early morning, especially when it is relatively cooler. These may include jogging, cycling, or just walking enjoyably along Dubai's famous waterfronts. People who go outside take steps to avoid being burnt by the force of the sun, so they opt for protective clothing and sunscreen. Covering oneself with light, porous clothes protects against sunburn and dehydration. Moreover, protecting the face with hats and sunglasses while using sunscreen lotion is among the ways used mostly to reduce ultraviolet radiation amounts. Remaining hydrated is very important in the hot weather of Dubai. Residents always adhere to having their water bottles whenever they go and make sure that they take lots of fluids all through the day so that they might not get dehydrated. Many public spaces usually provide water stations, fountains to encourage drinking among visitors. Urban planners in Dubai have considered adding shade to reduce the heat incoherence in the town, while parks, pedestrian walkways, and outdoor seating also feature shading devices or misty systems for discomfort reduction in temperatures and occupants to relax outdoors. Besides shopping malls, to keep active and cool during the hottest months, other recreational facilities include gyms, indoor swimming pools, and spa centers. The harshness of Dubai's desert climate has led to various traditional architectural styles and lifestyles that can be found in the place. Historically, breezes were directed, and natural cooling provided by wind towers and narrow streets characterized the ancient neighborhoods. In the modern world, air conditioning is the norm in most buildings. However, some eco-friendly designs borrow concepts from ancient cooling methods. Therefore, now the question arises as to why there was a sudden downpour that caused the torrential weather in the city. Post-flooding discussions considered whether cloud seeding may have played a role in the excessive rain. Cloud seeding is the process of introducing chemicals into clouds to cause rain, and it is mainly done in regions with low water supplies. Yes, you heard it right. Dubai is so futuristic and advanced that it creates its own rain. So since then till now, the United Arab Emirates has been carrying out cloud seeding programs to increase rainfall amounts in a bid to beat the climatic conditions after becoming that innovation's champion in this business in the 1980s. The UAE Rain Enhancement Program UAEREP, an initiative of the UAE National Center for Meteorology NCM, has engineered its signature seeding agent called nanomaterial, which comprises tiny grains of salt wrapped in titanium oxide during a desert safari in Dubai. Nevertheless, the notable downpour was believed to be a product of usual weather patterns worsened by global warming. Several reports quoted meteorologists at the National Center for Meteorology as saying they flew 6 or 7 cloud seeding flights before the rains, according to the AP report. Let us learn more about cloud seeding and how it works. To confront water problems in the UAE, the government resorts to cloud seeding. It is sometimes regarded as fake precipitation or fake rain generation. UAE is among the first countries in the Middle East to make use of cloud seeding as a technology. The country's water insecurity has been added by the use of cloud seeding technology by scientists. PLL is a great way for kids to develop their mind and body. They use weather radars to monitor the nation's atmosphere continuously. Forecasters and scientists estimate that cloud seeding can increase rainfall by as much as 30 to 35% in a clear atmosphere and 10 to 15% more humid one. This has brought about concerns over its environmental impact due to the challenges associated with foreseeing global long-term consequences. For scientists, cloud seeding technology has been experimented with since the 1940s. UAE introduced a cloud seeding project in the early 1990s, becoming one of the earliest Middle Eastern countries using this technique. In collaboration with the World Meteorological Organization WMO, UAE launched the UAE Prize for Excellence in Advancing the Science and Practice of Weather Modification in 2005. The authorities started a project of making artificial rain after weather prediction through cloud seeding in 2010. By July 2010, with $11 million, there was a project costing to produce rainstorms through cloud seeding over the Dubai and Abu Dhabi deserts. The process of cloud seeding is typically executed by dispersing into the air various types of substances that act as nuclei for cloud condensation or ice. Often used substances include silver iodide, potassium iodide, and dry ice, but today hygroscopic materials like table salt are added to them since they can attract moisture. Ways of seeding vary from static seeding, which stimulates ice formation in supercooled clouds for increasing precipitation levels, up to dynamic seeding aimed at stimulating convective cloud growth through the release of latent heat. There are a variety of ways to scatter precipitation, such as aerial or earthborne devices. Alternatively, more recent strategies employ UAVs transporting electric current to ignite storms utilizing discharge or infrared light pulses towards stimulating the creation of particles and aiding their growth. However, after many years' worth of experiments involving this kind of technology, there remains controversy regarding its efficiency in different cases, which could be illustrated by research outcomes referring to that question. providing different ideas on how it influences the amount of rain that falls over an area. A senior official at NCM, however, stated that the development of severe thunderstorms emanated from a blend of low-pressure systems within the upper atmosphere that merged with fluctuations in pressures located at the surface. The NCM also confirmed that in Dubai and neighboring cities, no cloud seeding was underway during the storm or before the deluge. Cloud seeding is still controversial in the weather community, mostly because it has been hard to prove that it does very much, and it's also unclear the negative impact it might have. Some experts believe that the high global temperature is responsible, pointing at it as a potential cause. This boosts the rate of water evaporation from not only the land, but also seas and other water masses, thus meaning warmer air holds more amounts of moisture. However, research has shown that for every average Fahrenheit increase in temperature by a single degree, atmospheric saturation might rise by 7%. Consequently, storminess becomes more hazardous through increased variability in terms like the amount or duration, or both of rainfall, leading to severe floods eventually. Research conducted in the Thar Desert of India, as well as desert regions within Australia, has proven that there might be increased rainfall due to climate change. There has been an average rise in the Earth's global temperature of not less than 1.1 degrees Celsius since 1850, while UAE has experienced an increment of about 1.5 degrees Celsius during the last 60 years. Besides causing heat to rise, industrial revolution-based greenhouse gas emissions are largely responsible for this warming. Attributing a specific extreme weather event to global warming is very challenging because numerous variables are playing a role, such as ENSO. The storm system responsible for this heavy rainfall passed through the Arabian Peninsula before heading towards the Gulf of Oman. Also, what happened after the Dubai storm left people in wonderment. Just like it is expected, social media went viral with videos going on in the rain-soaked city center. There was this one picture that took many people by surprise because, in it, the once dark skyline of Dubai turned green due to the rains. Images and videos of what was left following a heavy rainfall on social media platforms. Another spectacular footage had the usually dull skyline of Dubai turned green when it rained. This was posted on the user's page bearing the caption "Sky turns green in Dubai." Actual footage from the storm in #Dubai today, and has received 147.8K views after 23 seconds. Last year on Fox News, it was reported that this happens when light scatters through tiny ice droplets in clouds. Scattering off particles of water ice in hailstorms that have much depth and significant moisture content will mostly scatter blue light, said officials from the Hastings, Nebraska office of the National Weather Service to Fox News. When red sunsets fall on the blue ice droplets in a cloud, they appear green, said scientists. However, the article pointed out that there is no scientific evidence linking a greenish sky with tornado formation. The occurrence of the sky appearing green during rainfall is referred to as virescence. The sky will be green if the blue light reflecting raindrop containing clouds reflect the red light from the morning sun. It is a widely held opinion that during storms, ice aids in light diffraction, hence cumulonimbus clouds, appear to be green. According to Fox News, the greener the sky seems, the more hail or rainwater will be present in a storm cloud, for example cumulonimbus. NASA released photos taken on Friday using Landsat data from the US Geological Survey showing parts of Dubai and Abu Dhabi before this event happened, and the same areas after it occurred. They depict vast areas covered with water in the UAE desert, and cities that were devoid of water, almost like they are dotted with small lakes. On its Earth Observatory website, NASA noted that after the storms, Landsat 9 saw the area for the first time on April 19th, while water continued to cover some places. On April 3rd, NASA released an initial image showing a region of Dubai and its environs taken by Landsat 9, a satellite used for Earth observation under a joint agreement between the USGS and NASA. Equally of importance, this image was captured when Landsat 9 passed over the area for the first time following its being hailed by the greatest rainfall ever in the country. This secondary photo reveals that there are multiple spots affected by floods within this emirate, and it came from OLI-2 Operation Land Imager 2 aboard the satellite. A multi-story residential building tilted down and cracked due to the storm in one place where Dubai City adjoins Sharjah Emirate. UAE's prime banker has forced loan suspension on both banking and insurance systems here. This is meant to address the plight of those affected by floods within their communities. Two cases in point. If cloud seeding goes wrong, we might have weather wars among nations, said a top weather expert. Using modified technology to intervene in the environment will bring unintended outcomes, cautioned Johan Jacques, an experienced atmospheric scientist with Kisters. The flooding experienced in Dubai should serve as a harsh reminder of what happens when we manipulate weather using this kind of technology. The other side of cloud seeding is fundamentally uncontrollable. This leaves open the question of which places will receive useful precipitation from it. Among other things, Mr. Jock said, cloud seeding, applied to produce rain where it is desperately required in a particular locality, could result in massive flood disasters on the one hand and long-term drought conditions on the other. Dubai's ambitious and creative reputation has brought about numerous radical weather test projects that go beyond just seeding clouds as a way of dealing with all the difficulties occasioned by the harsh climate there. These efforts aim at reducing heat's impact on humans' health, cutting down our usage of electricity, and making sure we remain environmentally conscious as global warming persists. One of Dubai's groundbreaking efforts to reduce the urban heat island effect has seen a trial carried out with cool pavement technology. This includes covering tarmac pathways as well as streets using certain kinds of stuff that can reflect sun rays back into space while trapping less hot air inside them, leading to dropping their surface temperatures. Through lessening the amount of warmth being taken up by them, these cold pavements work towards ensuring that there are reduced surrounding temperatures, hence much comfortability levels on streets available for both residents and passersby. 2. The establishment of green spaces and urban forests has been prioritized by Dubai as part of its urban planning strategy. With their inclusion into urban spaces such as parks, gardens, among other landscaped areas, they hope to achieve this objective by trying to bring some shadow, increase air pollution, in addition to promoting matters concerning biodiversity. Hainan. These green activities provide heat mitigation and also improve the aesthetic appeal of the city, as well as its ecological health, which in turn makes it resistant to change. 3. In Dubai, there is a need for cooling, because buildings and open spaces are being installed with solar air conditioners as a way to help in the process. One example would be a project where they're being placed on all major streets at different zones throughout the city. By getting this done, cooling units in the building are powered by electricity generated from these sun rays that helps reduce dependence on fossils. 4. Dubai has been one of the first cities to come up with heat-resistant building components and coatings which can withstand extreme temperatures. These components have been perfected to such an extent that they are able to bounce sunlight back into the atmosphere, trap heat inside them, and control their expansion as they warm up, thus ensuring that even at very high temperatures, buildings remain comfortable and consume less energy. 5. Beside utilizing cloud seeding, Dubai has additionally looked into exploiting synthetic clouds combined with shade structures as means of shading off the intense sun rays. These are ingenious fixes like the transportable canopies down to retractable pergolas, all over to expansive scale shade sails or even bracingly designed open space umbrellas, and by doing so regulate the weather pattern within its location. 6. The overall perspective of Dubai's weather trial programs shows a dedication to originality as well as endurance towards addressing various challenges that resulted from its exceptional weathering conditions. Using a blend of cutting-edge technological advancements together with environmental-friendly projects, they have been able to employ creative town designs, hence shifting limits of possibilities when it comes to developing livable places, which can be adopted by people even in arid, dry lands. Here are the safety measures and precautions implicated by the UAE government for the following weeks. Government authorities have issued various orange and yellow warnings for heavy rainfall and strong winds. A report by Crisis 24 said that dust storms are also forecast. The UAE government has asked the private and public sectors to work from home and for schools to carry out online lessons. In addition, Gulf News highlighted that people living in flood-prone parts of the UAE should take care given the heavy rainfall, which could lead to floods, while motorists are warned against using dangerous routes. Temperatures are also expected to dip across most parts of the country. Travel in many regions may be affected by flooding, which will cause the blocking of some bridges, roadways, and rail networks, as stated by Crisis 24. The report further states that during flooding, low routes are closed for some time by authorities. An NCM safety alert warns beware of excessive rainfall and powerful winds with hail that may result in microbursts, leading to reduced horizontal visibility. Not surprisingly, following the storm, the city is still a mess, because there has been quite heavy rain, though weathermen warned of a storm before it. This took place in all corners of the UAE. This included halting all business activities and stopping operations at working premises, as well as educational and recreational places. It extended even to desert life. A total of 1,244 flights were canceled and 41 diverted at Dubai International DXB until Thursday. The National Ambulance Service, a wing of the National Guard Command, received 1,426 emergency ambulance calls in 2 days. School kids are in distance learning mode and are now at home, while the home office is a usual thing for them. The situation was improving little by little in residential areas. During the time of confusion, heroic tales played out of valor, bravery, and great survival instincts. On both Tuesday and Wednesday, strangers came to the aid of persons who were either trapped inside their vehicles or marooned on water-covered highways. The UAE is heavily reliant on tourism, pedestrian traffic, and the MICE meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions industry, meaning it might take a while before we figure out just how expensive this weather disruption truly is. According to the authorities, what will happen first is an estimate of how much was lost, after which maybe they could develop a broad approach to mitigating adverse conditions caused by atmospheric events. Let us see how Dubai managed to recover from the unexpected storm and intense flooding. Dubai's infrastructure is built to handle anything that happens, including unexpected things. This has helped them survive difficult times in the past. The country recovered very fast and completely within 2 days, hence making it possible for people to resume their usual lives. What is impressive is how fast the officials in different parts of Dubai reacted towards saving people during such tough times, and this includes His Highness the Sheikh, who is a very great leader, government officials from Dubai who were at the scene actively dealing with emergencies to return this city to normalcy immediately. The recent challenges have shown yet again that Dubai is one of the best cities in the world to live in, always ready for its citizens, and provides them with top-notch in terms of lifestyle, infrastructure, safety, security. Dubai's innovation and excellence are thoroughly proven by these recent occurrences. It adjusts response strategies and infrastructures to suit the new time challenges, constantly transforming itself as a city. This experience, if learned from, will also help Dubai improve more on its flood management capacity, as well as drainage networks under an 80 billion dirham project approved by the Dubai government just days ago. Without a doubt, Dubai leads in urban resilience among the cities with its future proactive policies. The unwavering spirit and dedication to progress witnessed in Dubai are responsible for its ability to withstand the changes in weather conditions, both figuratively and literally. Dubai has proven its strength yet again with the way it has managed to survive these challenging moments, showing dedication towards the development of its infrastructure, as well as quick reaction across the board, proving its exemplary handling of crises that ensures success in any investment area. The turbulent weather could be an impetus for Dubai's infrastructure upgrade that propels it to the top of the global rankings in terms of urban resilience as well. Therefore, investors should not be surprised if this emirate places more emphasis on the construction of state-of-the-art stormwater management systems for flood control or other climate-resilient approaches within its towns. Such an orientation towards creativity might lead to revolutionary breakthroughs which would help not only the city but also all other towns that experience related problems. Dubai's leadership has been demonstrating a proven track record of long-term vision and strategic planning, and this vision is further entrenched by the government's commitment to be among the primary investment locations. Certainly, this experience will not go to waste in Dubai, and as such, the city is expected to keep expanding and getting richer. The resilience focus offers many opportunities for exciting investment. There are a significant number of companies in the area of sustainable development, advanced flood management solutions, and innovative infrastructure development that are set to enjoy huge benefits. Those investors who are looking ahead should make use of what is going on now that we are moving towards a future characterized by increased ability to withstand calamities. Despite the storm, Dubai continues to be a global hub for business, tourism and innovation. The vibrant energy of the city, its diverse economy, and its strategic location remain strong selling points for investors.